Hey guys, I think this goal review here might be useful for many of you entrepreneurs out there that are setting goals. I'll just share my screen so you can see a digital version of it. But as you can see, I printed my goals. I think there's a lot of bullshit in the goal setting industry. A lot of people are telling you, oh, you should field your goal, you should have gigantic goals, and so forth. I've read pretty much every book on goal setting. I'm not claiming like I'm the best goal setting person at all, but I'm going to tell you what works for me. And if you're a serial founder, content producer, creator, knowledge worker, someone obsessed with AI agents and scale, and that wants billion-dollar companies, this is the right place to check. So, um, let's see. Okay, let's start with business. And by the way, you'll see like some interesting things in there. I don't give a shit about sharing my shit. Okay. First thing first, ask me like, how was November? That's a question that, because I'm going to review my goals as well today. I'm not just going to tell you like, oh, these are my December goals. What I did, I copied November goals, which was another document that I have, and I'm going to check out these goals. I'm going to repeat the goals that weren't completed. I'm also going to tell you about my goal setting and motivation theory of everything, which is important. And yeah, I'm going to review these goals. And generally speaking, I love these simple questions about how was your November? That's what you start with. You don't necessarily start with this goal sheet. It's like you ask your gut and yourself, like, how was my November? My November was really, really special. It was probably like the month that has the most movement in the full year. And by the way, if you don't want to hear about that part, you can skip. I think it's really relevant. I took a vacation of 10 plus days, and yeah, that was a vacation, quote unquote, right? Like I ran 100K during that time. I did a mushroom ceremony. I did a Temazcal ceremony with my boys. And I went seeing Tony Robbins, which I didn't like, by the way. I got sick during that time as well, and lot of lessons learned. As a result, my productivity sort of skyrocketed in the last couple of years that I'm back. And yeah, it was amazing. The moral of the story is to take more vacations and take breaks, right? Because I think I hustled for like 6 or 7 months straight prior to that. And that's not recommended because you get such in a focused state that you miss everything that's around you. Okay, let's starting with that. So that was the highlight of November. Even before I dive into like business, health, mindset, relationship, family, lifestyle, miscellaneous. So these are sort of the Tony Robbins area in goal setting. I've tried a bunch of things in goal setting, and I like simple. I like emotional because these are words, right? I back them up with like a vision board sometimes, which I can also show you. But these goals, they're printed and they stay right next to me on a daily basis. So my brain, right, and that's probably one of the best thing. And my subconscious, it constantly registers what's in there while I'm working, right, which is super duper powerful. I also have this affirmation journal. I breathe deeply and I smile. I'm an Ironman Eco Challenger. That I also like put like a fancy perfume on it. It smells good, which is another like niche tactics, right? It might seem like I don't know. I'm like the secret believer. No, I A/B tested a bunch of things. I'm really rational, and I think these methods they do work. So I tried moonshots when it comes to goal setting. I'm still down with moonshots. Just that if it's a monthly goal, I mean, don't put moonshots in there. Put like moonshots on your yearly list, right? I don't recommend going over a year because the brain is just not made to visualize that much. I mean, the brain can visualize like your future self, like my future billionaire self on a yacht and something, but the actions to get there, it's like such a tall mountain, and it's not just one mountain. is like a chain of 1,000 fucking mountains to get to a billion. So I don't necessarily recommend having moonshots in there, although you'll see some pretty ambitious stuff in there. But I do recommend that each point is motivating. Normally I put like emojis. I just feed that to ChatGPT. I was lazy that time and I put numbers. But yeah, let's do a quick review of these. I think that's a good, somewhat chaotic intro of like my goal setting strategy here. Microsas podcast list and book right. So this I did launch. And yeah, for some of you, this might look like really ambitious stuff, but anyway, I produce 3 to 10x more than the normal human. So the first one is like launch this thing. It ended up being called that, so I checked that. The second one was book right GPT, not launch it, but just promote it. So I have done a whole bunch of promotions of that SaaS of mine. And I will deploy some ads. That's like what's left here. So I will just keep this deploy ads, videos, landing page, newsletter for Bookright. And this is quite ambitious, but I like it ambitious. I can get in flow states and get lots of shit done. This business I have with a co-founder of mine. So Moonshot, age calculator, clinic, product farmer. So that I did. I think these goals are also a bit outdated. I think there was like October goals maybe. Anyway, sometimes I skip months, right? I get like so focused that I skip months. That's not an issue as well. I've been like overly religious with my goals and journaling. Not for me, not for my brain. I need meetings and cash flow real time for close the serotonin loop. So this I'm currently working on. This is like Kindle books. It's like micro cash flow, right? I've been successful at that, by the way. Affiliates, sponsors like Beehive. So somewhat successful on that, like maybe 7 out of 10, enough to check it. Make more than Phil, Big Bugatti Bitch, Magic Johnson, and Malumba. So there's like humor in there. Phil is like a good friend of mine. It's his birthday today, by the way. Phil makes good money, so that I did check. Big Bugatti Bitch, like a guy that I visited his house that was for sale not so long ago. It's like some guy from the US, right? And he was renting a house with like 3 other dudes, so it's like the hustler style. And he had this painting on the wall with like Jamie and his 3 baby mamas. That was the title of the artwork, which is fucking hilarious. And it was him with like Bugattis and G64. So some guy like painted that, right, of him, and he paid that guy, of course. And like 3 baby mamas, right? So that was interesting. And then that's humor right there, like Magic Johnson, who she's like a basketball player. Now, why the humor? Why the comparison? Because I believe that's powerful. Competition is still something that gets me going, so I have it in there. I don't care about like the motivation theories of everything and don't compare yourself. I don't compare myself negatively. I compare myself positively. So if this will help me get what I want, I will do it. Even a friend, like. So this, I can check. I won't repeat it. And after I've checked all of that, I will just review all these goals, print them. That will be my process. Generate 50K for house. So I came close to that, but did not. So this one I'll repeat. 50K for cars, so that was done. Acquire equity every strata of the ecosystem. So this I did outreach to AI companies, had them on my pod and made offers. So that was sort of checked, but I will repeat that one because yeah, I need more of that. I have a strategy for that. So my goal is not just to, like make money with these people like on a monthly basis. It's to get equity in their company. Become an AI magnet. So that is pretty broad, but yeah, definitely an AI magnet. I'm in a really good spot right now. I am a tiger ready to pounce at the AI shift that is happening. That may be very broad, but yeah, like in my space, I'm technical. I'm the guy geeking out on like new AI technologies, and I'm doing stuff that nobody does. So you should hire me if you're listening to this, if you have the means to do it. Um, Generate immense amounts of dollars through AI. That's pretty broad, but I'd say yes. As you notice, some of these goals are pretty broad. Some of them are supposed to motivate me in my inner core, in my gut, and get me going. So, as you can see, like some people will be like, hey, have smart goals, 7 leads a week via Instagram. Well, let me tell you that my fucking gut and my subconscious doesn't know the fuck that means. It does know what this means though. So it's a theory of motivation. For me, it's not really like being tactical, although I do come in these reviews and shit. Um, Being scientific and like analyzing and reviewing stuff to me doesn't have much value in that space. Although with AI, I'm ready to sort of give terrain to that theory and be more structured and review my shit with AIs. But life is so like not linear, and if you expect like linear growth every month in all your goals, you're not ambitious enough. And yeah, period, because you're just setting goals that your subconscious can easily scale, and you just convince yourself that you're being better. But if you set yourself tough goals, you should get failure. Now yes, okay, if you're measuring that, that's cool, but do I need numbers to tell me that I'm not on track with that? Like this has the effect of not stimulating my brain, and yeah, me being totally not motivated to achieve that goal. Um, and I will add another asterisk to that. Like, yeah, if an AI is telling me that, look, you're not on track with that, and gives me a couple of solutions to fix that, to my mere mortal human brain, that might be good, you know? So we could add here um, being more structured in goal setting. Let's feed these to AI and have a review with an AI film podcast about it. That would be fun, you know? Like that motivates me. It's like a 2-in-1. Tell better stories. I've done some of this, but most of my posts are storyless. I'm using this tool called Use that I actually unsubscribed of, but it's basically writing in the style of Justin Welch and all these very famous LinkedIn people. So let's see what that can do. I'll check my comments, by the way, if you're tuned in and you have a questions or something. So I'll keep that one there, but just like use AI storytelling, LinkedIn influencer style to produce posts. I'll also do like a broad review of just asking my gut right now, what are my goals? Because this is just reviewing my past self, right? I'll sort of accelerate the review so that you don't get too bored here. Being more structured, one CEO filling book ride form per day. Deploy one new book. So one Kindle book a day. That's like simpler. I also have like one Charles MGPT talks per day. But I mean, that's already being done, so I'm not even sure if this should be in there. That's like check and check, right? Okay, let's go to health. Health is pretty empty because back then I was like training for 100K, which I did successfully. So this month it's pretty easy. It's like bodybuilding mode. Gain, let's call it like 10 pounds, right? What else would I have in health? Because it's empty, I'm just gonna start the process like 3 trainings per day, heavy eating mode solution. So this means like, yeah, I'm in Oaxaca. Oaxaca is not like, I don't know, a US or Canadian city in which you can go out of Costco and buy shitloads of food, somewhat healthy food, right? So I sort of need to find a solution to bodybuild in that town, like when it comes to calorie ingestion. So I haven't found that yet. I'm gonna think about it. If you have some solutions for me, you let me know. But right now it's like rice, beans. By the way, beans, I can't digest that too much. And ground meat, and yeah, some vegetables. Then who would prepare that? Either I can do it like in an extremely efficient way, but ideally my maid would come every week, because now she comes every 2 weeks, and she would do that. So anyway, and then when she prepares stuff, we need to put some in the freezer. So I need like a recurring solution to that, which is most likely buy shitloads of eggs, ground meat, and have some recurring recipes. Like the eating part of being a bodybuilder is sort of boring. My goal would be to not make it boring. So it would be like sort of merging 7 minutes recipes with Charles YouTube and bodybuilding, sort of, because I'm gonna be cooking more. I want to start a YouTube with that. That's one of my goals. By the way, which will be added here. Film 1 hit per day. I'm not gonna put them in 2 categories. By the way, I'm gonna add emojis next to each. Film 1 hit. I love mixing goals. That's one of my main tips here. Like, you probably know about habit stacking, right? I am all about goal stacking. So when you have like 2 or 3 in ones, that's really motivating, because you know that if you check that one, you check 3 boxes, right? Mindset. So work. So let's go in check mode for this. I'm working fucking hard. Here I'd say like focus on landing page and course selling. Have content, get 5-10x more engagements and 3x views. Let's go with like 5x engagement, or let's go with 7. My brain resonates well with the number 7. Some dark numerology, witchology here on this goal setting thing, because I believe that's what goal setting is. That it's mostly like woo-woo stuff. And I don't have something much better to suggest, by the way, as you can see in this video. Okay, so go for quality rather than quantity. That's a good one that I'll keep. Not deploy stuff that if not great, huh? Well, I mean, that's in accordance with that one. Yeah, I guess I am increasing on that. It's not satisfactory, but yeah. Delete campaigns. That was cold emails. I did that. Designed a new ideal. Craft your habits through biohacking. Sure, been good with that. Maths became useful is like a phrase in Limitless, the movie, which is about like AI coding and all of that. Less time on food, dressing, shit, and shower. I guess I've been more efficient on all of the above. Because yeah, you'd spend way too much time on the toilet, in the shower, dressing and food. Dressing, I haven't found a solution. Like, I'm getting frustrated with how much time it takes me to put socks on. So if you have a bot that puts your socks on, you let me know. For the toilet, it's easy. It's like time myself or something, or just before a client meeting, which gives me like 5 minutes. I used to stay like 30 minutes on the toilet playing chess. That was terrible. So I deleted the chess app off my phone. I also deleted my YouTube app. So, and foods, yeah, I mostly order food. I have a maid, and I'm starting the 7 minutes cooking channel. So that should do it. Relationship, no fight, let it go. I'm gonna keep it there because, yeah, like I'm a fighter. Like if you tell me something, I'm gonna be like, no, this is wrong. I have improved in that field with my wife, but yeah, I guess this one should stay there. Then it's like find activities, I guess. Find cooking recipes. My wife loves me when I cook for her, so um, and I'm good at it. I love cooking. Do you like cooking? If you're listening to this, what else could I? Cartas románticas. So that's like writing her a card, showing love. I've sucked in that area. I will tell you, I've put way more efforts in my relationship before. So yeah, I need to take this in my hands. And if you're listening to this, if you have a love partner, it's not them that's gonna change it. It will stem from your efforts, right? Showing display of love, verbally, um, physically, text messages, wow, surprises, I guess. Like, I mean, my wife is not like the kind that loves her love language is not like buying her stuff. I've tried that and failed. I guess it's more like the elaboration of something, roses and music. Yeah, I need to speak her language, speak her love language. Okay, now family. I have 5 dogs, and a dog is not like a human. So like for woke people out there, it's like don't hit your dog. No, dogs, they're physical creatures, and if you study their language in a group, like, yeah, it's the toughest and the most physical dogs that win, and that's who they follow. Um, at some point, you don't need to hit your dog all the time. They'll just understand, so you can be verbal with them. So I need to be more verbal with them because there's especially one that's always fucking around. For example, today he ate the thing behind the door. Then I took him out and he took a piss on the porch, and he knows that he can do that. So he's always fucking around. This little bugger that is sleeping next to me right now is a beautiful dog. I love him. His name is Elvis. So yeah, just more like mental interventions with words and no physicality because yeah, like I'm a strong and physical person as well. Like I lift heavy stuff, and I'm an alpha, so no physicality. My wife doesn't like that. I don't like it. They don't like it. So I'll keep that one there. Family, more presence with dogs, sofa, family time, second walk. I've started doing that yesterday / run / bike. Family. So movie night, I'd say. Family, family, family. I'll come back to business, by the way, but I think that's mostly it for family. 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 Yeah, maybe like chilling on roof. Lifestyle. Do not drive fast, motocross, or die sad. So this I utterly fail. I'll keep it there because yeah, like yeah, that thing that I have in the driveway, and the very dangerous thing is that I want to buy like the Lamborghinis of motorcycle like next year. It's a 300-ish cc motocross, and just that is dangerous. And I want to get like 1,000 cc, which is really really dumb. So I really need to have a talk with myself. But anyway, I've used my motocross less. I unsubscribed the gym that I was at for multiple reasons. I used to go, I used to have my motocross those when I would go to the gym. Now I don't because I'm not going to the gym, and it was safe going to the gym because I it was like in country roads and mountains. And now when I go playing basket, I am going on the road with other cars, and it's dangerous. So what I should do is probably take a less busy road with less cars and drive slower. It's probably not the best solution. Anyway, I'm putting that here because it's my life. And if I continue on this trajectory, I'm pretty sure of getting in an accident, pretty sure of getting in the hospital, and pretty sure of getting permanent injuries. So if you have any solutions to that, let me know in the comments. No comments so far. Avoid shopping cars. So this I've been successful because for you out there that love cars, yeah, just an obsession, like shopping for new cars. So yeah, stop that. I bought a car first, and second, I stopped my addictions of going and watching cars on marketplace. That's good. Taxes, that's cool. Pay at in, that's not done. These are the tax people. They're also like the ball is in their camp, you know. So that's it. Okay, now that we're done with like the reviewing part, let's go with the actual setting goals for this month part, right? Which I've done with in most categories. So now you remove like all the shit that you've crossed. By the way, I've duplicated this document, so if it is to be reviewed at another time for data by an AI, it will be complete. So I'll just remove all the stuff that I had in there. Keep in mind that I'm gonna print that. And okay, so deploy ads for Bookride GPT. So let's put this in bold. Generate 50K for the house. So like, yeah, this is interesting because it's like, oh, I want to buy a house, and yeah, it's a moonshot is what I'm saying. Like buying a house in 1 year, oof, that is difficult. An expensive house, right? So, and 50K is probably not even enough, right? So this one I would have to sort of review it in my mind. Acquire equity, use blah blah blah. Okay, so then the question is like, what is important for me this month? What do I want to accomplish in December? And then it would also be to order these goals in rank of importance, right? So I guess this one would be good. Then you can also merge goals together, like the house and the landing page, right? I would ask GPT also to make these goals more readable. That's another tip because it's pretty small, the characters, it's not like that appealing to my brain to read it. Ideally, that would be one line. Ideally, there would be more spacing between the lines so that the brain can quickly identify the goals. I'm on to content stuff, so launch AI content course, I guess. What am I on to nowadays? I would say like publish all CEO wisdom pod on all podcasting platforms because they're only on YouTube. So that would be a forcer. So yeah, I have financial goals in there. I have long-term influencer and content goals in there. I would be like, have a nice holiday time. In parentheses, big money. So every Christmas that I have, it's always a very nice Christmas. It's like abundance, right? And that would be like my focal goal. And that's easy for my mind to understand. It's like Christmas time, music, Santa Claus, happy family. And yeah, If you think Christmas is not about capitalism, double check. Have a conversation with yourself, because Christmas is the capitalist's favorite holiday. Like yesterday I went shopping. I hate shopping. Fucking hate shopping. I do it on Amazon, right? But yesterday, all the stores, they have like Christmas music, right? And it's like, oh shit, I'm happy. Why? Because that was my childhood. We went to Toys R Us. There was some Christmas music. It was snowing. Capitalism, baby. And I used to get what I want because my dad was a nice provider and a nice hunter. Shout out to Richard, my dad. This is not super imaginative. Maybe I should have a conversation with AI, which I will. Not sure if it's part of that video because it's getting pretty fucking long and I need to go do some sports. But yeah, this is what I have in my mind so far. In the most important category, by the way, business. Why? Because, I mean, business is not the most important thing in life. The most important thing in life is knowledge, so that you can have knowledge about your health and relationship and money and mindset and all that. By the way, this is a category that I forgot, knowledge. But business is on top here. Why? Because that's what I spend the most time in nowadays. My knowledge strategy is pretty fucking set. If you watch my content, it's pretty good. And yeah, it since I'm spending most of my time in business, and since I'm at this office right now, I have this right next to me, business will need to be on top, right? Health, I spent 1/20th of my day on health. It's like 20 minutes or 30 minutes, right? And mindset, it's mostly autopilot. I felt the need to justify why business wasn't up here. Okay, health. Health is second because it's probably what I spend the most time in and could be like the relative priority right now in December. So with health, I think I'm pretty good. Like the bodybuilding stuff, the 3 trainings a day, and the filming 1 hit a day, and the heavy eating mode solution, fasting. Fasting. Yeah, I won't put like 1 or 2 days. It'll be depending on my schedule and so forth. I don't think I have something else in health. I am biohacking like crazy. I have all these supplements, if I could show you right next to me. So mostly good with that. I'd say like daily pull-ups, but even that I won't put because it's sort of not motivating for my mind. It was there before, and it's just like I have this pull-up bar. Every time I go under it, I need to do some pull-ups. I need to do some push-ups. I need to do some dips. Mindset. I mean, it's so on point. Just like think before speaking, I guess. But that's like mostly in relationship and stuff like that. Knowledge is so set, like that's probably why it's not there. I have books on my Kindle. I'm reading wikis. I am checking some content stuff because that's what I'm onto. So no need of putting anything in there, because that's an important thing, guys. Like everything that's in there should like trigger serotonin and motivation in your brain. If not, just don't put it. That's my theory, at least. Else your brain, it goes on autopilot and it will start ignoring that list. I also love one-pagers. So I'll try to keep it a one-pager. Although this one here is important. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No physicality with dogs. Verbal intervention, that's clearer for my brain with dogs. Do taxes, blah, blah, blah. So let's remove MISC. Yeah, a nice one-pager, right? Now, the interesting section I'm gonna copy paste this. How could I improve these goals? Can you make these goals super simple and readable with bold, italic, or emojis so that my brain can scan and understand in milliseconds what they are about? So, okay. And also, like, meanwhile, I'll just check what it says. This needs to fit in a Google Docs one pager. I'm a print. Okay, let's say what it says with my goals. Okay, break it down with smaller, but I guess it's not big for me, and I guess it is small for me. Because if it's not big, it's not motivating. If it's not ambitious, to me, it's like, no. Okay, it says like specific KPIs. I'm not about specific KPIs, I'm way more about flow state and artistry at this stage, because I did the structured stuff. Or maybe I should open my mindset again to it and A/B test these things. Identify context for blah blah. I'd rather flow it. Okay, so as you can see, GPT is like about the smart structure approach. Doesn't fit me personally, but I could just tell it to like set these targets for me. By the way. Okay. Also make these goals the way you suggested them, precise. Let's try the GPT approach. I mean, if it's a specific date, I want you to put the specific date for me. We are the 7th of Des, and this is ending on the 31st of Des. What response do I prefer? How should I help Altman's business? Plan. Reach out. I prefer this because it's shorter. Or is it? I think it is. So now we have like emojis and shit. The last step would be copy pasting this in the doc. I would just like start a new doc for this. Call it like December. By the way, we're the 7th, right? Like I'm late with these goals. Who cares? It's better to do them late than not to do them. December 2024 goals with AI. So let's see here. These are longer. I don't think this will fit in a one-pager. 2 pages. Yeah, okay, so this is a test, right? So that'll be interesting to see how my brain digests that. I would put like the inline at like this. I'd probably reduce it. So So 2 pages, which is not the best, but yeah, the next steps I would print that, have that next to me on a daily basis, and yeah, do a review again. So the experiment here is having GPT run the show. It put like pretty tight dates. So let's see if my brain likes that or not. What do you guys think? Have you set your goals for December? What are your objectives? How much you want to make? Want to improve your relationship, your knowledge, your fitness? DM me or email me if you have questions with that. What I'll also do is, yeah, I'll probably do some AI shit with that, like some prompting. Like, yeah, like I'll take a bunch of CEOs and estimate their goals. That's what I'll do. I've done it before, but that could be interesting to cold email them with that. So, your thoughts, guys? Let me know.